Tonight we have updates about the Coaches Portal, the Coaches Carousel, and the Dispersal Drafts for the APFL. We have an update on the WRL invites, and we are looking for 2 more teams for the Alliance Professional Baseball League. All of this and more in 20 seconds. Hey, fellow fanatics, welcome to the Fanatically Real broadcast, sponsored by SMS Sport Management Solutions, your one-stop shop for all your athletic communication needs. I see a couple people that are out there. If you are, say hello to us tonight. We would appreciate it. A quick show for you tonight, just because I wanted to get some information out to you all without having to inundate it on Discord. I figured this is a great way to find out what's going on in the update, especially for the APFL folks. So I figured we would do this show real quick tonight, maybe 10, 15 minutes based on who shows up tonight. And there is one guy right there that can definitely make this show go really, really long if I let him. Jay, how are you, brother? How are things up north? Yeah, I was about to ask, is it cold up there? I bet it is. Saw you guys' weather reports from around the states earlier today. It does look like it's pretty cold. Hey, so I want to talk about the Coaches Portal in the APFL, the Coaches Carousel, and what's going on with the Dispersal Drafts. So let's talk about the Coaches Portal first. So that opened up after our bowl in the APFL, and that went until the 15th of January. The intent of the Coaches Portal was for the general managers of the teams in the APFL to let us know if they were returning in 2025. So we had 3 general managers that said that they were not returning. That was the Minnesota Norsemen franchise, the Philadelphia Steagles franchise, and the Cincinnati Cats franchisers not coming back. So that meant, at least on the NFC side, because we had 2 teams not returning, that it was a possibility of a dispersal draft if anybody else wanted to jump in. And we did have 2 other teams that wanted to jump in on the NFC side, and that was the Carolina Power Claws and the LA Bighorns wanted to jump in on that dispersal. Then we decided, because one of the AFC general managers made a comment that they would like to switch over to the NFC side, that we decided that we would implement for the first time a Coaches Carousel. What that is if any coach wants to move inside their own division, their own conference, or go across conferences, we would allow that to happen in the Coaches Carousel. So the Coaches Carousel portion is now closed. We only had 1 general manager that came on board and said that they wanted to do that. So that leads us to the graphic that I'm about to show you here in just a second. So let me get it up on the screen for you all, and we'll do a little bit of explaining here. So the teams that are still colored, let's look at the NFC side first, because that's what got this whole thing started. Teams that are colored: Carolina, Minnesota, LA, and Philadelphia. All of those teams are going to be in the dispersal draft. That is the reason that they are colored. They're in the dispersal draft. Now, let's look at a combo of both of these graphics. The 3 teams that currently have squares on them that you can see, starting on the NFC side on the right, which is the Minnesota and the Philadelphia teams, they are looking for general managers as well. Those are the 2 teams that said that they weren't coming back. That's why they have the square on them, as does the Cincinnati franchise on the left-hand side under the AFC. So let's get a little automation in here so you can see a little animation in here, so we kind of explain what's happening next. So the Cleveland franchise came up and said, hey, I would like to enter the Coaches Carousel, and I would like to move over to the NFC side, and I'd like to move over and take over the Minnesota franchise, and I will become part of the dispersal draft over there. So we created that Coaches Carousel, and we said, okay, let's make that happen. So Cleveland is now moving over to take over the Minnesota side. So now we need general managers for Philadelphia, Cincinnati, and Cleveland. And oh, by the way, since Cleveland moved over and that left us 2 open franchises on the AFC side, we asked the AFC general managers if anybody wanted to participate in an AFC dispersal draft. And we did get one more taker, and that is the New England Rebels franchise. That's why you see them in color in the upper right on the AFC side. So to let everybody know, that's where we're at in the APFL right now. We are looking for 3 general managers, one for the Philadelphia franchise, one for the Cincinnati, one for the Cleveland. We think we've already got one for the Philadelphia side, just to let everybody know. But if you're out there watching this, you have any interest in this, and you want to be part of the Cleveland or the Cincinnati franchises and part of a dispersal draft that will have the Cincinnati, Cleveland, and the New England franchises in it, let us know. So we're going to do the same thing that we did last year when we did the dispersal draft on the AFC side. I think we had 3 teams that participated. It was Jacksonville, Indianapolis, and Cincinnati last year as well. We are going to do them live, just like we did last year. But we're going to have to do it on a Wednesday night. I think last year we were able to put it together on a Saturday. This year we're going to have to do it on a Wednesday. Reason being is USC Aikens baseball is getting ready to start. Their first game of the season is on the 31st, and they will play every Friday and Saturday for like 14 straight games. So there won't be much of an opportunity for me to be able to do it on a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So we're going to have to do it on a Wednesday night. So here are the dates that are open for that. Basically every Wednesday in February, the 5th, the 12th, the 19th, the 26th, and then also as far or as deep as the 5th of March. Now, we can go even further if we need to as we're hunting for general managers, and that might push our deadline to the right. But the 5th is really the last date that I want to try to do any preseason operational type stuff, because the season is going to start for us on the 12th of March, no later than. So that'll give us 5 weeks to get all of that stuff done. So again, if you're out there and you're interested and you want to be part of the Cleveland or the Cincinnati or the Philadelphia franchise, let us know. So that's it for the APFL. That's it for the graphics as well. So talking head for you for a little bit. Let's get through what's going on with the WRL, the Wizard Redraft League. So as we've been saying for the last couple of shows, it's going to be by invite only. Last Wednesday's show, I said my hope was to have all of my invites out by 6:30 p.m. East Coast time on Sunday. Was able to accomplish that. In fact, I think I got my last one out even before noon on Sunday. And we have all 48 members that are committed for the 2025 season. So what does that look like for the 48? We will start doing 2025 activities once the 2024 season is over. And then my fantasy league, which is, our scoring engine for this league, rolls over for the 2025. What we will get, though, right after the 2024 is over, and before maybe even MFL rolls over to 2025, is we will get all of Discord set up for all of the 2025 teams. And remember, if you're out there watching this now and you're going to be a member of the WRL, Discord will be required next year. So if you're not already on it, be prepared to be invited to it as well. You will have to be on Discord this year. So speaking of Discord, we mentioned on last week's show that we were going to do a slight change on Discord. We did make that change where we took the announcements channel and changed it to the headlines channel. And then Kevin came behind me and was able to find a way. Instead of us putting the headline in the headlines channel and then go down to the channel that it applied to and typed it up and have to pin the message, kind of reverse engineer. We go down to the channel that we want the information to be in and we type it in, but we end up tagging it with the word headline in front of it. What that does is it automatically puts it into the headlines channel for us with the link going directly to that message. And to help sort that for those that are going in that aren't frequent flyers to Discord and just want to go in and find the important information, go to the headlines channel. It will have a little emoji for either the league or the conference that it has to deal with. So you'll know if that applies to you because it is one of the leagues that you are in under the FSA umbrella. you'll be able to click on the go to the message. It'll drop it right to you in that particular channel and on that message. So really great thing that we've added. Thank you to Toby, the director on the NFC side of the APFL, for giving the idea, and then to Kevin, the Bearded Wonder, for putting it together for us in a better way than we imagined it was going to be. And I think so far it's been pretty effective. One more piece of information, the APBL, the Professional Baseball League, we mentioned at the top of the show as well. Last week, we were at 12, looking to get to 16. This week, we were at 14, still trying to get to 16. So if you are interested in playing baseball, let us know. Easiest details I can tell you is this is the start of the APBL that we are going to do a promotion and relegation league with. We are matching this to MLB right now with our teams. What was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, we are playing it on Yahoo. We're going to play on Yahoo until we outgrow the use of Yahoo. And it's $50 to get into. So anybody is wondering what platform we're playing on and how much it's going to cost and what the end state is, $50 to play on Yahoo. In-state is for us to have a promotion and relegation that matches Major League Baseball all the way down to single-A baseball. 120 teams is the hope eventually one day, but at least for the 2025 season, we are trying to get 2 more teams. The hope is to have those 2 more teams in the next 9 days so we can start league operations on the 1st of February. And then having the draft somewhere around the 8th of March, I think is the date. That's the Saturday. About the same time we had it last year, because I think we had it 9 March last year. That's it. Appreciate the few of you that showed up. Hopefully more of you will watch this later. We will be back next Wednesday on the 29th at 8:30. Don't know what we're going to talk about, but hopefully some of these things that we talked about tonight will have a little bit more resolution. Maybe we'll have some general managers in the place for the APFL teams. And then maybe we will have 2 more teams for the APBL teams. And then we can talk about those as well. That is it. Thank you to all of our sponsors, SMS, Nature Coast Apparel, the Recast. The Honors Show, I know I've been a little bit lacking on the honors. I'm probably going to chat about it through Discord first, starting on Sunday. I've got to work tomorrow, Friday, doubleheader basketball weekend on Saturday. So my first real break will be Sunday. And of course, we have all the championship games on Sunday. So what better day to probably talk about it till then. But we will have the honor show. We don't usually have that until the Wednesday right after the Super Bowl is over. And that's our last show of the year, kind of finishes the last official business. I think we take a week or 2 off and then we start back up again. So we've got a little bit of time for that because the Super Bowl was February. I have to even pull it up. The calendar won't pull up on this side. I think it's February 9th, I think, this year or something like that. I don't even know if that's the right date or not. Maybe February 8th. Let's say it's a Saturday. So it's probably the 9th this year. And then that we'll do the award show on that Wednesday right after that. So let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12. I think February 12th will be our award show. So that's it. Appreciate everybody that showed up. Hopefully I didn't bore you to death. My goal was to keep this at 15 minutes or under. We are at 11 or at 13:17 right now. You all have a great night. Hit me up on Discord if you need anything. Talk to you soon.